Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for Get Into Shape Revisited 2026 where we are going to use a shape that we used last year and we're going to do it again. So this time around I am using the Scrap Room's January 2026 Build-A-Layout and then the Scrap Squad's 12 Days of Christmas Scraplifts day number 11. So as you can tell, I have two photos and you will see the sketch pop up here in a second. We're going to start out with the fact that my Build-A-Layout is going to be a floral pattern paper, which is right there. And then I bring in enamel dots at the end. I have large words. And then my extras, which is number 4. I got to figure out which one I used. I think it was like the labels of it. So I decided to bring in Evergreen Bow with this Distressed Oxide using this stencil from Vicky Boutin. And I am just going through and leaving some, as you can tell, X's and O's just for a very subtle background. Because as in the sketch, you can see that she used a very dark blue colored background and then had white snow coming down because her two photos that she has is cut into like the rhombus color or the rhombus shape, I should say. And I am going to be using hexagons. So the shape for this month's one is for hexagon, and that's, to go with the design of what shape we're using. And so while I was allowing this to dry off camera, I've already cut out all of my hexagon shapes. I also distressed and then made them black, or like outlined them. The black ones are in white, and then the other ones are with a black pen, so that was all done and you didn't have to watch me do any of that because it's pretty easy to cut it out in a cut, or I didn't use a cut file. I used my Cuttlebug and some shapes of my Thinlits, die cuts, whatever you want to call them. And so my photos are of my daughter and her two best friends. They are a set of twins. These twins, I explained before. I can't remember if this layout is going up before or after the other one. So these set of twins are now in 7th grade. My daughter is in 8th grade. This is when they were in 4th and in 5th. The twins were 4th graders and my daughter was a 5th grader, I think. Or, yeah. And then I think so. Or they were 6th and 5th. That's what it was, 6th and 5th. So, like I said, these were photos of them. And this was like their last year playing together. Because after that, Kaylin went to Augusta Arsenal that she is on now. And then we play against one of the twins for Rush. And then the other one went out for basketball instead and is doing basketball. And neither of them are doing basketball. So that is a little bit about the photos and my crazy kiddos that I adore and all of that fun stuff. So what I decided to do was that I kind of made it look like that these were part of the background. And what I mean by that is I made sure that I didn't have all of them together, but I spreaded them out to kind of look like they were part of the background. I really love doing this part, and I will tell you that the background of like the subtle Evergreen Bow and the Simon Hurley, the Astro Paste is what I used. I forgot to say that in the beginning, but it's the Frostbite. It's there. You just have to look for it, and that's what I like about it because I do come in with my liquid text at the end for my black splatters too. So here I am. I'm just trying to figure out where to place these bigger ones. And then once I got these down, then I came in with my smaller pieces of the hexagons and brought in some of the other colors that I wanted. And so like this particular one here, I placed down and I cut it in half and I kind of placed them up there. And you'll see me kind of play around with them to make them fit just a little bit better than what I had, only because 1, I forgot to glue them down so that they're easy to move. And then 2, I just wanted to make sure that I had them in like the right spaces, just so that they are achievable of what I'm trying to achieve. I did not want any of them really touching each other because when I come in with the embellishments to this said collection, of Bella Boulevard, the Teen Vibe Caitlin collection. It fills in the spaces so that you see the hexagons and my mixed media background. But the focal point is the title, which is Besties. And that is part of Build a Layout, which was the title options, which is number 3. And it's the large word. And then I do come in with another large phrase. And you'll see it coming up here soon. So I did put the word Besties right down there. Because let me tell you what, these girls... I love them all, but I will tell you what, their parents, it drove their parents nuts some days the way these 3 acted together, but it's okay. It's all good. So here, this is where I realized that they weren't sticking down, and I went back in and kind of fixed them so that they fit better. And I said, and then this title up here is so fitting for this photo. Like, they are just acting cray-cray at that top photo there versus the bottom one. And I said, yep, goof off, or it's like gaoof, I think, or something like that. I don't know. It's sayings that these kids say, and it fits for these kids. It's like them just saying goofballs, and they're pretty much goofballs. I love them. So, yep, that is what I'm going to put for that title up there. So I kind of have like a couple of different ones. And then I do come in with Scrap and Happy Studio, their canvas flares, and I think I had a couple, maybe 1 or 2 of their epoxy ones where there's a little bit more of a shine to it. Yeah, like that one's one of them. But maybe they're all canvas. I can't remember. But I do, like I said, I do use theirs. So one of them says Making Memories. The other one is Fun Times. And then the other one is a camera. And I don't think I bring it anymore, but I could be wrong. So this canvas shoe that looks like a Converse is so fitting for all of them because they all wear them. So that works. And then you'll see me kind of just fill in the little gaps. And I just love how this turns out. There's a scrunchie. There's an extra heart. Like, it just works. Of course, I had to, outline that one because so it sticks out a little bit. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you go check out, everybody. Go check out the YouTube-y stuff. Do all that, all the fun stuff. There is a playlist for 2025 and 2026 down below. And it's got all of how we use these different shapes on our layouts. And you can get just a ton of different inspiration and all of that. So here I am. I am just now going to take their Stanleys because they all have Stanleys. Kaylin's got a little bit of a different one because she uses it for sports. But these 2 girls would always carry their Stanley, the one with the straw. And it would drive me nuts when I used to teach them. Now I don't. I just am like, it's another teacher's prerogative and problem. But yeah, so that fits that, and that says BFF or hashtag BFF. And then at first I was going to put that there, and then I forgot to glue it down, and then you'll see where I actually place it. And then I didn't realize that I was up a little too high. For some reason, when I had to clean my desk after this layout because it was driving me nuts. Like, it was really bad. Like, it needed to be cleaned. You know how sometimes you get all of the mixed media and then no matter what, I have a mat down that you see. And I think I need to go get one of those glass mats that everybody uses to try to keep its splatters and all of that a little bit more in the area so that it doesn't wreck my IKEA bin because my table is all IKEA or my desk is. And it works well, but when you start to use it over and over and clean with a lot of stuff, it does tend to get a little like thin on the white pieces because you wipe so much. So I got to figure out what I want to use to clean up. I like that this is white. I like the fact that you can just focus on my page, and I cannot wait until I'm done with these photos, the style of photos I got, because this glossy thing, like, you can't even see the photos because of this glossy accent. It drives me nuts. And I have to get through all of these before they become non-glossy, and it's driving me nuts. So that's how I put the Friends Forever, as I pointed up, because I like that there. And then here's where I come in with the enamel dots. The extras was the labels that I placed up top. One says sparkles, the other one says yes. And then that is pretty much it. Then I do come in with my black splatters from Liquitex, and that is it. I'm just going to leave you with that. Make sure you do all the YouTube-y stuff. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week. Couple of design team layouts. Outside of that, it is all YouTube hops. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
I don't know why I go when I go. I still don't know why this war in my blood. Why this war with all that I love. Oh, my wandering ways and these faithless days, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, always turning away from your loving embrace, I find it hard to explain. My